Hello everyone, welcome to a little devlog video for Pandemic Walkers. This is the third one, I think. I'm gonna make a note of caution. It is so hot right now in the UK. Probably the hottest day of the year so far. I think we're gonna have more hot days, so I can't bloody wait. But I'm a little agitated because of the heat, so if I'm stumbling my words and stuff, that's why. But I'm back with another developer update. I've been hard at work on a lot of more like game core basic things that are actually going to help progress in the game a bit, rather than just sort of working on the game itself. We'll get into that in just a second, but I want to quickly make a little note on regarding multiplayer, because I've had a lot of questions regarding multiplayer from friends and things, and I want to make it really clear right now for those watching. I don't have any plans right now to make it multiplayer. I have loads of sort of thoughts about it and everything, but I don't know much about networking, and I'd like there to be co-op multiplayer in the future maybe, but I'm building this game solely on the basis of it being single player. Not that things would be necessarily different from a multiplayer kind of perspective, but it is supposed to be a single player game first, so I want to make that very clear. I don't want to give false promises and start saying it's going to have loads of multiplayer and stuff like that. The reason I want to make it single player, other than, you know, the obvious reason being just, because I want to make it single player, design it around single player, blah blah blah, is also just because people who play Dead Frontier 1, really, they're only really playing it in single player mode. There is some people who play multiplayer, like I sometimes play multiplayer just to go to the boss areas and things like that. But for the most part, people are playing on single player because the sync is horrendous, and that's kind of what I intend to do with this. I just tend to keep it single player for that reason. So I apologise if you didn't want to hear that. I may do multiplayer eventually, but I'm just not sure right now. The plan right now is just to get some form of standard, just to get an actual game working. So yeah, no single player, no multiplayer planned at the moment. But anyway, moving on to the actual core stuff. So I've done a lot. This is not an interior of a building. I know it might, sound amazing, but no, it's just an outpost. I decided to go with a walk-around outpost rather than going for a straight-up, like point-and-click one. Just because I think it's cooler. Feels a bit more dynamic. So what we've got here is essentially just a school. This is what it's supposed to be, a school. It's very undetailed. Again, this is more just for testing purposes. But it is meant to be a school. There's full collisions on it, although the collisions, the way I've done collisions in this engine is really not as nice as I'd like. It does look really just kind of but it works as a collision, and you're not going to be running into many walls and things in this game, so it's kind of just one of those things. But I've set up a lighting system for the game in the interiors that basically is, whenever you go into a different room, that room lights up and you can't see anything else around it. Sort of like an old top-down, maybe RPG, I don't know exactly. But for example, up here is the cafeteria, you can't really see it. There's a doorway here I need to make more clear. It's very dark, this is all early lighting stuff. But you can walk through it and the game will change to that, and yeah, so you get this nice little cafeteria look, then you go back down again and you're out in the main hallway. Down here is actually the trader. Although I might move that. It's meant to be a stat room, but I've just used it for a trader, and I haven't actually got the thing properly done. So I'm in the room, but if I move ever so slightly, I'm going to run directly into the trader collision, so I'll just do that now. So I've done the trader. As you can see, the trader is basically any old trader you expect. So you get a bunch of items. It restocks every time you enter the outpost, and it works pretty fine. The big problem, obviously, as you can see, is there's no way to actually tell what the items cost. There is set values for buying and selling them. Usually selling them is half the price of what you paid for. So crisps are like the cheapest and most common variant, I think, if I'm not wrong, of food in the game. So it's like $25, I think. Yeah, I think so. So you can just hit the buy button, and then if you want to sell them back, you sell it back for half the price. And yeah, but it works. Every time the outpost is loaded, it will reset the trader stock. I'm gonna probably change the parameters on that, because I don't really like the fact that it's doing that every time you boot up the outpost screen, because I imagine that could somehow be exploited in some way. So for now, I've just got it like that, just to make life easier. But I will eventually actually spend some time properly fine-tuning all of that. So that does work. Everything carries over. It's very cool. I'm very happy with it. But that's pretty much it. So I've also added a leaving animation for the outpost, which looks like this. It looks kind of dull at the moment, but I like the idea of like an animation playing whenever you leave, and then it just immediately takes you out here. So the biggest note that I want to make here as well is essentially what we've got in terms of exploration, because I've actually taken the time to actually make an exploration system and it works. I'm surprised. So on the screen right now you're going to see an image which is basically going to be the map I have currently. It's not big, it's obviously not, it's not the final map or whatever, but you'll see all the values on the map for each area. It plays very similar to Devlog 2 in the fact that you're going to be going between block to block, because I really like the way that flows, and I can't really make it just a massive ass thing, so that's what we're going with. But it works fine. There is bugs right now because I was in the process of making it so that whatever one you go through, it will set the position that you need to be set to specifically. So there's going to be glitches with the way I go around, but I will demonstrate it. So we're on block 2 right now. The OP on the image is the outpost. So if we go left, we will end up in the outpost. There you go. So we're in the outpost now. If you obviously leave, you'll be back at 2. As I say, the actual counter up here is used to be the frame rate, but because this is a 2D game, I've sort of just given up on actually having the frame rate there. So this is going to be this is simply just the block counter at the moment. I don't know if I'll keep that in there for like actual people who play it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to loot for a second. But yeah, as I say, you know, you do that. So if I go down right now, this will take us to the third area. As you can see, it just set me to that position, which is not right. But as you can see, because just to you know, prove that this is not, you know, some stupid trick or anything, I can't leave this way to go to the outpost. So I am in a completely different area, because it's not. It's exactly the same, but technically I am in a different area that has different sort of attributes, I guess you could say. And I can't go that way. Now I'm going to use my sort of debug thing that I've set up just to travel really quickly, get around there. Got an arsehole chasing me. If I go right, there we go, we're in the next area. It says 6 because again it runs on the map, so it's basically going to count up 3 when you're traveling horizontally, and it only only counts up 1 or subtracts 1 when you're going vertically. I'm pretty sure I can't go down anymore. No, I can't. So that's pretty cool. So you can, you know, you could literally go around exploring and looting a little bit and just seeing the sights and all that, and eventually you'll be able to actually you'll eventually be able to go back home and cash in all your stuff, which I really like. I like the fact that you can actually do that now. There is like a form of game loop in there. I wouldn't say it's very fun yet, but there is a form of game loop in there. Ah, you didn't find anything. The cursed message. So now we're at the very edge of the map. We're in the bottom right corner if we're online. So as you can see, the car's still there and stuff. I will eventually add like variations of stuff regarding that, because it does look kind of stupid when it's just the exact same thing. It doesn't make you feel like you're actually exploring very much. I don't know if I'll actually add a map system though. I could easily add a map system. Won't be difficult. So let's go up. Now we're in the 8th area. If we go left, I can't go left. Ooh. There we go. I think the trigger on that was a bit buggered. I need to actually edit that. So now we're in the 5th area. So yeah, you can see like we're generally traveling around. But now if we go up, we shouldn't be able to go up again. Oh no, we can. Yeah, we can. Alright, this should be the top of the map. I shouldn't be able to go any further, yeah. I'm trying to remember where everything is. I'm getting confused. But you can see that we're actually travelling around, and I'm also really low on health. So if we head back over here, I've also made the stamina. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last one. I've made the stamina more forgiving, because it's just a pain in the arse. So we can't go up anymore, so we'll go left, which will set us to the block just above the outpost block, I guess you could say. I am planning on adding another outpost, like another block next to the outpost that essentially acts as the in-between period between the actual city and then, actually no, more the town, I guess you could say. It's more of a town. Between the town and then the actual outpost. So, let's keep going. I want to make this more interesting though, because it is very. The thing is, it's hard as a developer to really tell what's interesting and what isn't for the players and everything, because sometimes you can enjoy what you've made and everything, but when you're constantly testing things and playing it all the time, it doesn't feel so cool anymore, I guess. If we go down, we should be back at 2, and then I can leave. I just guarantee as well, I can't go left, so I can't leave to the outpost. Go down here. Obviously my position's been set because I haven't fully finished that feature yet. I'm actually just going to quickly head over here. But there's 2 exits and they all account for the exact same thing. So we'll just head in here. And there we go. So now we're back at the outpost. Like that. It's a very cool little thing, and obviously I can cash in the stuff I've made to the trader if I want. Go in there and be like, hey, got some shit. Sell my cereal, sell my loaf of bread, sell my crisps. Sell everything off. If you need anything in particular, you can buy it here. I'm planning on obviously expanding what he has and all that. It'd be pretty cool actually to have a system where it's rarity based, so you could maybe really rarely have items actually listed to you, if that makes sense, that are rarer, like weapons and things, that maybe have a deal or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. I'm also planning on having a different trading currency other than just cash, because I don't know, I think it'd be cool to actually add a bit more depth to the trading system rather than just be like, yeah, here I am, buy stuff. So that's kind of the trading. So that's kind of what we've got. We've got an exploration system, we've got a trading system, we've got an outpost. So there is actually a game loop now. And what I like as well is that the game actually will account for where you are. So as I'm in the outpost, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate it, but as I'm in the outpost, if I quit the game and I relaunch it from the start, there's an in-between sort of screen that will basically check where the player last was, and it will put them in there. So either the outpost or whatever block you're in when you quit, it will put you right there, which I really like the fact that that's a thing. So I'm pretty comfortable and pretty happy with what I've got here. I don't know, I don't exactly know what I'm going to do in terms of future stuff, whatever. I'm going to be spending a lot of time now just polishing all this up, and eventually we'll be able to get some more stuff in. But I wanted to quickly talk regarding the people who are watching this. I'm going to be doing a testing thing soon. I'm going to say roughly a week. I don't know how soon it'll be, but roughly a week to polish some of this stuff up, get it working properly, in my opinion. And then I'm going to give a few people the game, just a little build of the game, let people actually jump in, check it out, see what they think. Obviously it's not perfect, there's no real graphics to it, no sound, it's not great. I'm not going to say that it's anything amazing, but it's not, I'm going to make sure that it's not, it shouldn't be, god damn my words today. It's not going to be amazing, but it's a good way for people to just give me some feedback early on before I start going into it really deeply, and people can tell me if it's, if there's anything I should change, tips, etc. like that. Any bugs they encounter as well will always be welcomed. So I'm going to be giving a few people the game here and there, let them play it and tell me what they think. And yeah, so I will be announcing the game soon as well, but I don't know when that'll be. Won't be for a while. Won't be in a week, put it that way. It'll probably be in about a month, I'm going to say. Probably a month. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we've got here. So thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. If you've got any tips, suggestions, whatever, let me know, and I will very well listen to them. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.